When people ask me how to become a male stripper, my first response is always to ask, well, what type of male stripping do you want to do? And that's what we're going to break down today. So we're going to look at the 3 different types right now. The first one we're going to look at is the stripograms. So stripograms is also known as doing private bookings. So it's known as some different names in some different countries. But essentially a stripogram is when a male stripper is a freelancer. He works for himself and he is represented by third parties. So he's represented by agencies, most commonly online agencies. Now the stripogram stripper will get bookings from these agencies. He will accept the booking and then he will go to the client's house or hotel room or venue or wherever he may be booked, and he will go there and he will do his show. He will have his own music, his own boombox, his own costume, his own routine. He will collect cash and tips from the client, and that's the money he keeps, and then he leaves and goes to his next booking. Now this work is usually done on the weekends because that's usually when women tend to have their birthday party celebrations or bachelorette party celebrations. Sometimes you can get bookings during the week, but if you want just weekend work and a high paying job, then this is probably a very good option for you. The second type of male stripping you have is the male revue type work. So the male revue, aka male strip show, is like the typical Chippendales, Manpower kind of male revues that the world knows. It's synonymous in the industry. It's a known name. And there's lots of male revue shows in every country, and in most cities there's a male revue show there. Now the size of the male revue show you join will vary. You could join a very large male revue show that has a great, fantastic, popular name, in which case you'll be performing all over the world. They'll pay you for your flights and accommodation, and you'll travel and you'll see many places and perform for many women. But most likely you will be performing for a male revue show that will be centered around one location, around a city, and they'll do shows around an area. So for instance, there might be a male revue show in the East Coast of the United States, and then they'll probably do shows all up and down that East Coast, and sometimes maybe go around the rest of the United States. Male revue show, once again, is mainly weekend work, but it depends on how popular the show you join is. So a lot of potential here to do some fantastic performing. This is the stage type of performing for male strippers. So if you really love performing and you want to perform on stage with backup dancers and lights, and you've got the sound technicians and you've got large audiences and you're touring around, this is the option for you. The first option is stripogram. You'll just be performing for small parties and private locations. So if you want large audiences, go for male revue. If you want to just make money and perform for small audiences, go for stripogram. And the last option here we have is the strip club workers. Now this is usually only a Canadian and American thing because of the tipping culture in those countries. It's not really an existing thing in the United Kingdom, Australia, or New Zealand, or a few other countries. But once again, it can be a really good option if you're good at selling yourself with private lap dancers. If you're a good performer and dancer on stage, the potential to make a lot of money in the strip club environment is very, very real. One thing to keep in mind when you're working in the strip club environment is they do usually require you to pay rent to work there for the night. So those are the 3 different options we have when you look to become a male stripper. By all means, you don't have to pick one. You can pick all 3, you can try all 3. You can start with that one and move to that one and move to that one if you like. I know many people that have progressed, that started with stripograms and they've moved on to male revue shows. I've personally done all 3, and there's no right or wrong answer here. There's no best one or there's no worst one. They all got their own benefits and drawbacks. It's just a matter of you trying them, seeing what you like the best. But for an in-depth analysis of each type of male stripping, the pros and the cons, jump onto the online course. There's a link in the description below in this video, and I highly recommend it because you'll get a really good idea of what you'll want to pick and what you can focus your energy on into pursuing.